Hi, it's Mark at FBA to USA. Come to fba2usa.com to get yourself started selling your own branded product on Amazon Seller Central if you live outside the USA. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions that have a very similar theme, and that theme is, I've got my product idea, I'm pretty much ready to go, but I've come to a point that I can't get past, and that point is choosing the right supplier to deliver that product to me in the form that I want it. Now, there can be a few problems or things to think about when you're at this stage. What seems to worry some people is, first of all, getting to grips with getting a product from someone whose first language is not English, and that's often the case if you're dealing with someone in China, Taiwan, or one of the other well-known manufacturing regions. The next one is that people have trouble deciding whether or not it is possible to select the one that's going to be the most reliable. This is often a question because how do you know? You can look at reviews if that person is on a public forum that you can actually use to select suppliers, but if it's anything like any other forum, then the chances are they've manipulated it, or they could have manipulated it, and therefore that may not be reliable either. And it's nice if everybody had a relationship with someone who lives in China and manufactures things, then this would be easy, but you don't. So what can you do to get to the stage where you can actually trust a supplier? And the things you need to think about are, first of all, can they produce the product in a small volume so that you can actually afford to go through a couple of different potential suppliers and see what they can produce? And of course, can they produce it in the large volume that you need long term in order to be sure that they'll actually be able to match your sales rates with their production rates when your business is a success on Amazon? So these are two things at the opposite ends of the spectrum that are sometimes difficult to match, and it will cut out about 90% of the potential suppliers, because a lot of them will be geared up to do large volumes but with only very small incremental changes for people who have big budgets and want to buy large numbers of units, and others will be geared up really well to do small volumes for small businesses but won't have the scalability in their factories to do the upsizing of production that you're going to need. So that's a couple of things you've got to think about before you even get started. And then of course there's just making sure that they follow your instructions correctly, so that when you get your first shipment of your commercial product, it's actually right and doesn't have the barcode on backwards, or the packaging upside down, or only one of two items in the box, or any number of other things that can go wrong. Now, don't let me put you off. There are totally a series of steps you can take in order to mitigate each one of these potential risks. And that's really essentially what FBA to USA is all about. It's helping you navigate that process, as well as the process of choosing your brand and your product, and then working on your actual sales funnel. But that is where the value is. And if you are having trouble at that particular step, then please get in touch with me, ask me your specific question, and let's see if we can get you started on the process so you can actually make use of the training that's inside FBA to USA and eventually have your own six-figure branded business on Amazon. I look forward to hearing from you. It's mark at fba2usa.com, or you can come to the website directly and ask a question there, or you can just ask a question underneath this video on YouTube itself. So, I want to hear from you. Cheers.